For more on this, I'm joined in studio by our very own Nicole Tzedek in pink.
Of course, Barbie pink.
Very good to see. Nicole, the incredible popularity of this film and its messages are literally sending shockwaves across the world, not just here in the Middle East. So first, explain to our viewers who have yet to see in the movie or were prevented from doing so in Lebanon or Kuwait. What is it about this film that is drawing so much controversy?
Well, really, especially when it comes to the Middle East, what we're seeing is how it kind of treads on these different societal norms and cultural values that we have here in the Middle East. I want to say that for those who haven't seen the movie, there really is nothing overtly homosexual about the movie, and there's no same-sex or queer tropes in it. However, as a whole, the whole movie about Barbie is her finding herself, embracing her womanhood and her independence, and that itself does go against many of these cultural norms in the Middle East. Even the Lebanese cultural minister putting out that statement saying not only does it promote homosexuality, but also takes away from the family unit, promotes this idea of rejecting a father's guardianship and saying that you don't need a family and you don't need marriage to be successful as a woman. So that in itself, it definitely has all of those themes in the Barbie movie, and that is why we are seeing it does contradict many of the societal norms, and that is why Lebanon is trying to ban it. In fact, this isn't the only country in the Middle East that has had some issues with the possible airing of this movie. In fact, just today, after a 3-week-long delay, we saw Saudi Arabia and the UAE not sure if they were going to air it. They're trying to look more into the actual content of this film, but they announced that today, Thursday, they will be starting the premiere of the Barbie movie after much anticipation. So as far as this ban in Lebanon and Kuwait, it shouldn't necessarily come as a surprise. However, vice versa to that, when we do see Saudi Arabia and the UAE promoting or actually playing this film, usually a lot of these other Gulf countries do follow suit, and so that in itself is interesting that in the 2 major box offices it will be playing.
Yes, perhaps not surprisingly to Gulf countries that are looking to improve and expand their relations with the West. But Nicole, I think this particular example really touches on the complexity of so many of the symbols of Western culture, both film, TV, and music, penetrating these very conservative societies, not just here in the Middle East. We've seen controversies with Netflix and other cases. How do these countries deal with this influence of the West on its people?
Well, it is increasingly difficult as we are in an increasingly interconnected world. And when you do have all of these different streaming agencies, it's not just what you're looking at in the actual movie theater right now, it's what you're looking at on your phone, on your computer, on Netflix, on different social media. And especially in the Western culture, as it does have more of a rise in popularity in these more themes of promoting your womanhood and accepting others and accepting LGBTQ norms. That's what we're seeing in the West. It absolutely contradicts with a lot of what we are promoting in the Middle East and the traditional norms. And so we are seeing these clashes between the Western and the traditional values here.
Yes, and if these norms are promoted, then we're definitely all for it. Nicole